Hi guys! So, how was your week? I trust you had a beautiful week. I had an amazing week, and thank you so much for the subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. My name is Mudhoni Mukiri, and you're watching Mudhoni's Mission. It's my YouTube channel where we're all about our emotional and mental well-being. So earlier this week I was having a conversation with a lady who has been in like 10 relationships in a year. Not like relationships, like flings. You meet a guy, after 2-3 weeks it's over. You meet another one after 2 months, he's not right, or he doesn't like you, or he doesn't reciprocate, or he's inconsistent. So I sat down to talk with this chick, and I remember her telling me, like I do everything right. Like I say what I'm supposed to do, I behave how I'm supposed to do, and still they leave or it doesn't work. So I asked her, what do you mean by you do the right thing? She says, you know how we read magazines and we watch videos of how women are supposed to behave on dates and what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to ask. Yani it's like she has a manual. And I was surprised because that is true. I have been there before, where you know what men are looking for. So you try to be what men are looking for. Today I want to talk about being yourself, and I want to call it vulnerability. I want to talk about being vulnerable when looking for love. Welcome to Mudhoni's Mission, where we are vulnerable, where we open up, where we are ourselves, where we are broken, where we are not scared to show who we are. We are human, we make mistakes, we make bad choices, and it's okay. So, vulnerability when looking for love. What is vulnerability? Vulnerability is having the courage to be yourself, regardless of what anyone thinks, what anyone says. You speak your mind and you stand with your truth. The courage to be yourself, to be seen for who you are. And there's a lot of information out here. Like my friend told me, I just want to say her name. Like my friend told me, there's a lot of misguided information out here on how you need to show up in the dating world, who you need to show up as, how you should not show up as. And it's so misguided. It is so wrong, And that is why we have people coming from people dating 10 people in a year. Or you date this guy for 2 weeks, you have this other one for 3 weeks, you have another one for 2 months, you have another one for 5 months. You might argue and be like, sasa na kama they don't meet my standards, they don't do what? You cannot date 10 guys and tell me all of them have a problem. Sweetheart, the problem is you. You cannot go out with 20 women or 15 women, like you're on a date with a different woman every week, and they're the problem. You're the constant. So the problem is you. We are showing up on dates as representatives. Yani, like you're acting. Yani, you've gone there, you're polished, you know what to say, how you should respond to this, what you should ask, what you should not ask. Can we stop that? Can we just stop with these scripts? I want to give an example that was given by Dr. Spirit. Dr. Spirit, I tried to look for a link to that video, I could not find it. I watched it, I think sometime last year, and she gives an example of what vulnerability when looking for love really is. So this is what it means. So me personally, in reality, to say I am, let's just say I am very soft. I like men who keep telling me how much they love me. I like men who hold my hand. I like men who hold my hands when we are praying. I'm a soft woman. I like, I'm kind, I like cuddling. Like I'm that soft. I'm those soft ladies. Let's say that is who I am as a person. So that side of me, let's give it the name of a fruit. We give it the name of a mango. So that my soft side is a mango. However, I have read a lot of books, I have watched a lot of videos that say You are not supposed to show the real you to a man. So men are looking for strong-willed women. They are looking for bosses, madam boss. They are looking for mean women. They are looking for women who don't smile, who are just there, who go on dates as just an interview. You know what I mean? So you want to show up on a date as that mean person. So this, your mean side, your actor side, I will call it a pineapple. You get? In reality, you're a mango yourself, but in dating, you have to show up as strong, because what are men looking for? You get my idea? So you are what you attract. You attract what? You attract what you are. So when you show up in the dating scene as a pineapple, as that hardcore, you will attract a pineapple as well, that hardcore. But in reality, you are a mango. So will your needs as a mango ever be met by this pineapple you've attracted because you've showed up in the dating scene as a pineapple? Will that mango ever be satisfied? Will the mango's needs ever be met? That is why you start dating someone, you show up as you show up in the dating world as what you've read, with a script, with a manual. But you cannot run forever. So you start dating someone, a guy or a lady, and then in the middle of the relationship, or relationship, you know what I mean in Kikuyu, you start dating this person, and then they realize, this is not the person I met. Like, you've changed, you're not, but they've not changed. This is them now. This is the real deal, you know. That was the representative, and they've left. The representative cannot last forever. Number one, they will never meet your needs, that person, because you attracted the person you're not. You showed up as a different person. You lied, you showed up as someone you're not. And men, can you stop lying to women? Women, can we stop lying? If you have children in shags, show up as a single mother. Show up as a mom with 2 children. I'm not saying you bring your kids to the date. I'm saying show up as who you are. The last, I think an episode ago, I said there's a lead for every pot. There's someone for everyone. Mtu atakupenda na hawa watoto, you will not believe it. You cannot hide forever. And men, stop lying. Stop pretending you're rich. You want to hook me with money. You want to hook me with big cars. You want to hook me with a big life. You've taken a loan to give me that life because you've just met me. You're living beyond your means to impress me. How long will that last? When I find out you're not who I thought you were, I leave you. Not because I was really attracted to money, but because you lied, because you treated me in a way. You wanted to start paying my bills, you wanted to start servicing my car, you wanted to start paying for my children's school fees. And then in the middle, after 3-4 months, you can't sustain that life. So what do I think? You're doing it for another woman. Let's stop lying who we are. Let's show up as. If you're not employed, tell her, you know what, I'm in between jobs, I'm looking for a job. Actually, kama umesikia mahali, just let me know. You know, if you're a lady, you have a child, don't be ashamed. Someone will love you the way you are. There's nothing as beautiful as someone loving you genuinely. You know, they've seen your ugly side and they've stuck around and they still respect you. You know, let us stop lying. Let us stop lying. Let us be who we are. You need to work on your self-esteem, on your self-love, so you know you are enough. So you accept yourself first. So you won't be scared of other people rejecting you because you've already accepted yourself. There's also something else we do. When we're looking for love, we just see here. Sometimes we are scared to be vulnerable because we are scared of rejection. You're scared someone might not like the real you, might not like what they see, might not like the fact that you're broke, you have loans, you have, you know. But it's because you've already rejected yourself, so you think other people will reject you. It starts with you, actually. And what we think about it like this. The reason we're scared to be vulnerable is because we are scared of getting hurt. When you're vulnerable, you open up yourself, like you're seen. We can see the real you. So what we do is we obsess about getting hurt. We obsess about getting hurt. Like, we tell ourselves, if I fall in love today, if I fall in love, I might get hurt. Full stop. You tell yourself, if you fall in love, you might get hurt. Full stop. But then let me ask you a question. If you do indeed get hurt, is that the end of life? No. So don't put a full stop there. If you want to obsess, you can obsess, but go about it like this. Well, I want to fall in love and I'd like to find someone who will make me happy. But then I would get hurt. comma, just put a comma. So what happens if I get hurt? I will take some time, I will work on myself, and then I will jump back into the dating scene. You know what I mean? Life does not stop. It doesn't mean when you fall in love, when you show up when you go on dates and you just tell them the way things are, I'm a single mother, I have 2 children, I'm struggling actually even to pay my bills, but I'm in between jobs, I'm still in school, when you show up as yourself, you could get hurt, but that will not, will your life end? And that's the same mentality we go with when we're opening a business. We think about it like this: I could start a business, I would open a business, but then it would fail and I would be unable to pay my loan. But if it fails, will that be the end of your life? No. So stop putting a full stop after I could get hurt or it could fail. Put a comma and then think about it like this: it could fail, I might even be unable to pay my loan. What happens? You will learn from that experience. You might even start the other idea you had, or you might rethink even starting a business at that time, or you might even want to have a partner when starting a business next. So my point is, when you get hurt, it will not be the end of life. But you have to be vulnerable to experience real intimacy and to really, really fall in love. You have to be vulnerable. We love children. Do you know why we love kids? Because they are themselves. They don't care if you don't like them. And if they don't like you, you can't pick them up. They just don't want you to touch them. If they like you, you will know they like you. They don't pretend. And we actually like people who are themselves. We like people who are real with us. We like friends. I have one of my best friends who's so real with me. She will tell me, Mama, I love you, but up on me, you're wasting your time. We want people who are real with us. Why do we want to be fake? Why do we want to be people we are not? So for ladies, let's stop lying. Let's stop saying things that men want to hear. Let's stop being representatives. Let's stop acting. Let's stop having a script. Show up as who you are. If you're still living with the parents, tell them that. If you're still in school, if you don't want to get intimate before 6 months, tell them. If they want to go, let them go. You will find someone for you. You will find someone who will respect you, who will love your ugly side. You know how we think that I don't want him to know, blah blah blah. That is what makes you different, and that is what makes you special, and that is what makes you stand out from the crowd and from the rest. Men, stop lying and stop luring women with money and gifts, and then unashindwa ku maintain, and then you say she has left you because umesota. No, because you lied. Because you pretended, because you are not genuine. There's nothing as good as someone loving you for who you are, for your character, for your values, for what you stand for your kindness, and for how you treat other people. There's nothing as good as that. You don't want someone to love you for what you are, for what you have. You don't want someone to love you for what you have, for your education, for your cars, for your house. You want someone to love you for who you are. Because when someone loves you for who you are genuinely, that love never fades. Because you are who you are, you're yourself. Because hizi vitu huisha, kila kitu huisha, but your character and who you are as a person stands. So let's be vulnerable. Tuache kuwa hardcore. Tuache ku attract people we are not, because we've read this is what men want, this is what women want. Be yourself. And to be loved by someone genuinely for who you are, and to love someone for who they are, is life's most fulfilling experiences. So there's a book I read, you guys. It's by Brené Brown. She is a writer there. It's called Daring Greatly. You guys. I usually buy my books at the IS Center. Daring Greatly: How the Courage to Be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent, and Lead. By Brené Brown. She's amazing. She's a researcher, you guys, about shame, about guilt, about vulnerability, about such things. So she actually has a documentary on Netflix. You guys, please watch it. It's called The Call to Courage. Watch it. It will expand more on what I talked about today. Vulnerability when looking for love. We have to be ourselves. Otherwise uta-attract mtu si mtu utaki, ama eventually utajifanya mtu hauko, alafu eventually you come back to your original character and the other person runs away because they don't know who that is. So go watch Call to Courage by Brené Brown and leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you think about the documentary? What do you think about vulnerability? Why you don't want to be vulnerable? And especially, let me tell you one thing. If you have been doing one thing, if you've been using the scripts tunasomanga online, you've been trying to hide your children, you've been trying to show women how much money you have, you're trying to lure people with what you have instead of who you are, work on yourself so that you have confidence in yourself, so that you will not be scared of being yourself, you'll not be scared of rejection because you've already accepted yourself. So if you've been doing one thing and it's not worked, try something different. That's what I say. So if you've been lying to people and pretending to be who you are, so that people can like you, how about you try being yourself for a change and then see the difference? So thank you so much for watching. I could sit here and do this all day. I love doing this. These are the things I read about. I'm so much about emotional things and such things. It's basically my world. So my name is Muthoni Mukiri. You've been watching Muthoni's Mission. Subscribe, and hit the, what is it called? Okay, subscribe, and let's see you next week, same time, same place, with a different topic.